everybody, it's me Namaisa and I'm back. Yes, we made it to the top 20 of the NYX Professional Makeup Face Awards NL and I'm super excited. And for this video the theme was Dragalicious. With my intro I decided to do kind of an FX drag queen look and a more traditional drag queen look. Ever since I learned about drag queens, which is over 10 years ago, I always felt like they were kind of magical creatures of the night. They walk with so much confidence and just, they're so fierce, and that's everything I wanted to be. If you think that I belong in the top 10 of the NYX Professional Face Awards NL, then I'm gonna need your help. Public voting starts April 18th and ends April 25th. Yes, international voting is allowed. You can vote for me once a day, so that means 7 votes in a week. Please give me your votes, again, starting April 18th, ending April 25th, and let's see what happens. If I don't make it to the top 10, it's okay. I'm still very proud of this video, and if I do make it to the top 10, then you guys rock. So let's make it happen. To cover my brows, I'm using a kid's glue stick and I'm applying that glue all over my brow. And then with the glue stick, I push the brow hairs upwards. And then with a spoolie, I'm brushing the brow hairs up even more. And then with the handle of the brush, I'm rolling the brow hairs even more up, pushing them down, making them flatter. With a makeup wipe, I'm wiping away the excess glue on my skin. Of course, I let every layer dry, and once they're dry, I repeat the same steps as I did before. For my brows, I like to lay down 4 layers of the glue. Then with a powder puff, I'm taking the NYX SPFX setting powder and applying a layer of powder over that brow to take away the stickiness of the glue. To cover up the brows completely, I'm taking a very thick and pigmented stick foundation, pushing the product up towards my forehead because I don't want the product to disrupt that covered brow. And with a damp makeup sponge, I'm blending away the foundation into my skin. When I blend the foundation on the brow area, I don't want to apply too much pressure because, again, I want to keep that brow cover as safe and uncracked as possible. Now I'm taking that same setting powder as I used before and I'm applying that all over my forehead. Don't be afraid to go a little bit ham with this because for a drag queen, that mug needs to stay on the entire night. Now with the NYX Eyebrow Gel in the shade Brunette, I'm drawing on my brow a lot higher than my original brow. A lot of drag queens create bold eyebrows, so for me a raised up arch and a higher brow is going to give me a more stern look, and that's what I'm going for with my drag look. Then with a lighter shade of that same foundation, I'm cleaning up the shape of the brow. The eyeshadow base I'm using is the NYX eyeshadow base in white. Then I'm taking a bright orange matte eyeshadow and I'm applying that in my crease using windshield wiper motions to blend it out. Next, I'm using a red matte eyeshadow and I'm applying that in my crease as well, but I'm not blending it up as high as the orange eyeshadow. Then for my brow bone highlight, I'm using a matte yellow eyeshadow and I'm blending that together with that orange. You see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to create a gradient effect. Now with a thick, lighter concealer, I'm carving out the shape of my cut crease. Now because this is drag, my cut crease is gonna go way higher than I normally would. Then on my newly created lid, so to say, I'm first gonna apply a matte white eyeshadow, then a matte yellow eyeshadow, then a matte orange eyeshadow, and finally a matte purple eyeshadow. Of course, I am blending all the eyeshadows together so I can get a nice gradient effect on the lid as well. That piece of tape over there is going to help me with my eyeliner. With the NYX felt tip eyeliner, I am following the shape of my lash line. Then I'm using the tape as a guide to help me with creating a very long and thick wing. And of course, don't forget to fill in the rest of the eyeliner. Then with the NYX white liquid eyeliner, I'm tracing the line I created with my cut crease, just to make this eye pop even more. And ta-da! There we have a sharp winged eyeliner. For the foundation on the rest of my face, I'm going to use the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Liquid Foundation in the shade Chestnut. And I'm applying that pretty thick. Don't forget, this is a drag queen tutorial, so a full coverage foundation is a must. Drag queens perform under heavy lighting, so that makeup needs to be snatched. You know what I mean, right? And to highlight my face a little bit more, I'm using the same foundation. This time I'm using soft beige, and then with a damp makeup sponge, I'm blending that out. Yes, this is a lot of makeup, but don't forget, this is drag. So you gotta amp it up. And of course, for this step as well, I'm setting my face with setting powder. While I'm letting my foundation set, a lot of drag queens like to do a strong contour, and I like to do that as well. So I'm first gonna bronze up my face, and then I'm taking the 3 steps to sculpt deep trio, bring out my cheekbones, minimalize my forehead a little bit. It's all an illusion. After I've done all that and wiped away the excess setting powder, I like to use the NYX Dewy Setting Spray to melt all of those layers of powder together. Then I'm quickly going to apply a red eyeshadow on my cheeks. I'm using it as blush. No, I'm not shy of applying a little bit too much. Again, a lot of drag queens like to create a very strong nose contour. Since my nose bridge is really flat, I'm going to create 2 lines, sort of say, really close together. I'm also going to contour my nostrils, and then with the help of highlighter on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose, I'm giving off the illusion of a very small and pinched nose. Hold up, let me quickly add some 301 style drag queen lashes. 2 pairs, please. And then with the NYX Felt Tip Liner, I am now tracing the shape of my lower lash line, connecting it to the wing, and then also tracing the shape of that inner arrow shape, kind of an extension of my top lash line. Does that make sense? Now I'm also applying some spiky lower lashes on that, let's call it a lower lid eyeliner. Then I'm applying some lash glue on the white part of the lower eyeliner, and then again with the back of a brush, I'm applying some chunky holographic eye safe circles. To customize my lashes a little bit more, I cut out some spiky shapes out of construction paper actually, and I glued those on with a little bit of lash glue. The middle lash was a little bit longer, and then the inner lash is a little bit shorter. And of course I had to add some glow, so for that I used the NYX Born to Glow highlighter palette. Now I'm applying a hot pink liquid lipstick. Yes, I'm overdrawing my lips. I mean, it's kind of a drag queen staple, isn't it? And before I forget, I used a setting powder again, but this time to bake my contour, sort of say. This will help to create a cleaner line with my contour. And to give myself a neon pout, I applied the NYX Shocking Pink matte lipstick to the center of my lips. And then to really lock this look in place, I'm using the NYX Matte Setting Spray. And that was it for the first part. So you have seen me glue down a prosthetic in my previous NYX video, but let me remind you how I do it. First, I apply a layer of prosthetic adhesive onto my skin, then I center the prosthetic on my face, using my nose as a guideline, and then I press the prosthetic down to make sure that it will stick to my skin. Of course, I take my time when I glue down a prosthetic or when I glue down the edges. By the way, all you need with a foam latex prosthetic is a little bit of prosthetic adhesive, a cotton tip, and apply that over the edge of the prosthetic. Foam latex is porous, so it will suck up that adhesive like it's nothing. I know this must feel very rushed to you, but please take your time and don't give up. Keep on practicing, because that's the way to do it. Next, I'm going to use the NYX SPFX setting powder again, and I'm applying that on the edges of the prosthetic, just to take away the stickiness of the adhesive. Then I'm going to use a red and a yellow prosthetic paint. I'm applying the red on the outer part of the prosthetic mostly, and the yellow on the inner part of the prosthetic. A foam latex prosthetic needs to be sealed in order for other products to adhere to the piece. Even though the red and yellow prosthetic paints are just a base, I'm still blending them together a little bit. You know where the red and the yellow meet? I'm trying to blend that a little bit as well. I'm first going to use the NYX SPFX Cream Color in red. After I've blended that out, I'm also going to apply the SPFX cream color in yellow, and I'm applying that on the center of my face. Not only on the prosthetic, but again also on my skin. To highlight the center of my face near my eyes, I'm applying a white cream color, and I'm also blending that out with the same wet sponge. To lock those creams in place, I'm using the SPFX setting powder again, and I'm applying that all over the left side of my face. To crank up that red even more, I'm now going to use a matte red eyeshadow, and I'm applying that on the red area only. Once I've done that, I'm taking a matte yellow eyeshadow, and I'm using the same technique as with the red eyeshadow, but this time I'm applying it on the center of my face. And just like with the previous eyeshadows, I'm now applying a matte white eyeshadow to the center of my face. Now the whole idea is to create a gradient not only on the eyes, but also on the face. Now for the fun part. I mixed up a red and yellow alcohol activated makeup color, and I drenched my brush in the alcohol, so 99% alcohol, and I created random patterns on the outer part of my face. Then quickly in between, I decided to add a very dark contour to my cheekbones and a little bit to my forehead. So I'm using a matte black eyeshadow for that, and I'm just kind of blending it out, making it really harsh to still get those drag queen-ish features. Then I'm continuing with creating that weird pattern on the perimeter of my face. And then with a white alcohol activated makeup paint and a spatter brush, I'm spattering on some texture on my cheekbones, on my forehead, a little bit near my chin. I just love playing with textures when it comes to FX makeup. Now I'm using the NYX white liquid eyeliner again, only this time I'm using it to create dots. And I'm doing the same thing with a black liquid eyeliner. Now I'm quickly taking a matte red eyeshadow to start defining the lines in the prosthetic and my nose. And I also applied that same eyeshadow in my crease. Now, in all honesty, this is pretty much the same eye look as with my beauty drag queen. It's just that the design is a little smaller compared to the other look, and I swapped out two eyeshadow colors, which are the yellow. I replaced it with white. On the lid, I replaced the yellow with hot pink, and I replaced the orange with a matte red eyeshadow. Now I'm continuing with defining those lines in the prosthetic a little bit more with that red eyeshadow. I'm also applying a little bit of detailing on the nose contour. Just to let you know, I also added some white dots to the nose contour. And this time for my lips, I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Pink Lust. And then on the center of my lips, I'm using a hot pink liquid lipstick. To highlight my nose and Cupid's bow area, I'm using the same NYX Cosmetics Born to Glow highlighter palette. And that was it for the entire video. That was it for the tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to click on that notification bell to know whenever I'm uploading a new video. And until the next one, bye!